Hello everyone. My name is Anela and I'm a current PhD student at La Trobe University, collaborating with the Royal Children's Hospital and MCRI. Today I'll be introducing a recent systematic literature review investigating the different methods used to determine energy requirements of individuals with Prader-Willi syndrome. I'd also like to acknowledge the co-authors, Professor George Mosconis, Dr. Danielle Longmore and Dr. Heather Gilbertson. Oh, sorry, there you go. So why energy requirements? For children with Prader-Willi syndrome, the development of hyperphagia and lack of satiety often leads to an energy imbalance, which is linked to later obesity development. In addition to this, growth hormone deficiency is associated with several factors also impacting energy balance. In an attempt to prevent obesity development, interventions include dietetic, physical, psychological, and behavioural. When focusing specifically on dietetic interventions, the current recommendations are based on restricting energy intake. However, the recommendations vary as shown. For nutrition interventions, it is important to accurately assess an individual's energy requirements, which are often measured as BMR, or basal metabolic rate, or REE, resting energy expenditure. What is currently known is that calorimetry is the gold standard for measuring energy requirements. However, due to the limitations surrounding the access of equipment, predictive equations are often used as an easy alternative. The aim of this review was to examine the evidence available on energy expenditure determined using various methods in individuals with Prader-Willi syndrome. The main findings of this review were that various methods were identified as being used to measure energy expenditure in both children and adults. These methods included indirect calorimetry, whole body calorimetry, and predictive equations. Out of these predictive equations, there was only one study that developed and then used predictive equations that were specific to adults with Prader-Willi syndrome. We also found that there were actually no predictive equations that were specific to children with Prader-Willi syndrome. There were many differences identified in the demographics of the participants, the methods used, fasting status, and growth hormone therapy, which ultimately led to difficulty in reaching valid conclusions in the review. Indirect calorimetry was identified as the most accurate method due to the consideration of the altered body composition of individuals with Prader-Willi syndrome. And finally, further research was encouraged to develop these new equations for children with Prader-Willi syndrome so that they could potentially improve the accuracy of nutrition assessment and intervention to hopefully reduce that risk of obesity development. Thank you.